Good morning, everybody. It is December 8th, 5:14 Central Time. All right, so this is this morning's plan of attack. So this is how I plan to trade 0 DTE today via drum it free method and quick hits and all of the good things. So once again, if we go at the ES futures, we're in a channel going lower. That hasn't changed. We're in a rising wedge, confirm breakdown. And then now we're kind of just stuck in this little zone. So let me zoom in here. It's not very good zoom. Okay, so this little gray area is just going to be, it's support and resistance. So it was support, but now it looks like it's going to be resistance. We are now below it. And I'll zoom in here in a minute down to a 30-minute chart. So if we have broken down on the larger time frame right here, and now we're going pretty much sideways underneath resistance. So this leads me to be wanting to be a little bit more bearish today, or even potentially a daily iron condor, and I'll go more to that in a minute. So I'm going to go into a 30-minute chart. So what you can see here is we flush down through this support zone and have just been bouncing here ever since. Flushed down last night, and now we're just right back underneath it. So things are kind of at the moment just sideways. I think that's going to be the same thesis today, sideways. So why sideways? So today we have no crazy economic news for the US, but if we go to tomorrow, we have the core PPI. Typically, when these events are coming up, we move sideways into those events until they are released, especially the few days prior, which is kind of what's happening here. So I'm anticipating maybe just a sideways action for the day, or potentially sideways to down. And the reason for down is simply because we are below support, or sorry, below resistance. Now let me pull up Ziller charts. All right, so hourly time frame, we are in an hourly squeeze underneath resistance that is just now starting to go negative. So we may actually go back lower and test this low down 39.20, potentially. This could also switch and then push higher, but being underneath this, I'll go to a 4-hour chart. Being underneath this congestion of a resistance zone, I do anticipate just going back lower, but I don't expect a big move going into that news announcement. So all that being said, bearish to sideways going into tomorrow. But yes, this just shows that resistance zone. And once again, hourly time frame shows a squeeze right underneath resistance. And we kind of have just this channel going on. So this may still be in play going into tomorrow. All right, so now with this directional thesis or sideways to down thesis, how do we want to play it? Or how do I want to play it anyways? This is how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to pull up my quick hits chart. So if we go from top down, 30-minute chart is currently testing this little cloud zone underneath resistance. The squeeze did fire, and we're starting to consolidate sideways. And most of the trend rotation is kind of, it's red, hitting, the candles are red. All right, so plan for today. If this is something new to you, I like to trade these trades from either here to up here or vice versa. That's pretty much it. Only getting in at these key points with the entry signal. Now, we're underneath resistance, a bunch of congestion, choppiness, that's because we're just consolidating underneath resistance. All right, so how I want to play this is like this. So I would like a push up into the daily, this is the 60-minute 50 EMA, and then get sell signals. But I will also say, if it starts to get just hardcore sell signals right here, and it just continues to push lower from here and break down below VWAP, which is this green line, I'll be more than happy just to throw on a call credit spread in anticipation that price is just going to kind of chop right here, and then you can just sell your call credit spread however you wish to do it. So that's to the bearish side, right? Like I said, preferably up to the 60 and then take it back down. But with this zone that's it's hitting, like it's having a hard time right now getting above. it does look like it kind of just wants to consolidate and then roll back over instead of getting that one final push. So that's why I'm leaning bear call spread or bearishly on the day, but I'm also leaning sideways. Like I talked about that daily iron condor. So I'll talk about that here in a minute. Oh, hold on. I digressed 1 second. So that's my bearish play. Now, my bullish play, if the market does want to go up today and say that hourly squeeze does indeed want to fire to the upside, then I would like it to push through 39.50, which has been a solid resistance level in the past, and then through the 60-minute 50 EMA, give us a pullback, then we get buy signals, and then do call or a put credit spread for the upside. So that is a buy the dip type of situation once it breaks resistance. So like I said, preferably up here, bear call spread, up, pullback, bam. That is where you'll do potentially a put credit spread, or I do like, excuse me. Well, sorry, apparently I have a frog in my throat. Potentially a daily iron condor with the thesis that market does go sideways into PPI tomorrow. And if that is the case, then maybe throwing on iron condor above this resistance level and below the support level. So like maybe even 39.60, 39.10, or depending how wide you want to make it really. But the idea that it just stays like this into the day, waiting for the news tomorrow, I think makes sense. There is obviously, when I say obviously, there is some pretty strong support right here at basically 39.20, obviously resistance near 39.60. So ideally, potentially, just playing this range going into the end of the day makes sense as well. But I'm going to let the market tell me what it wants to do for now. I'm not going to rush right into it at the open, but that is my plan. So I would personally like to squeeze, like I said, fire to the upside, test this 60-minute 50 EMA, then short down on it, or potentially throw on a daily iron condor anticipating sideways price action into tomorrow's PPI. But that's my plan today. Hope everyone found this useful. If you're new here, subscribe, like, all that stuff. Let's get this this plan out to the world so everyone may benefit from it out there. Thank you very much, everybody, and I will see y'all for tomorrow. Take care.